It's weird.
Nobody has time for the child except open online sources delivered by people who don't care a damn about you. Some of the things they do may shock you. Every 40 minutes, one child below 18 years of age commits suicide. In 30-40 years, how many lives will be lost? This has to change. Technology is here to serve human well-being, not the other way around.
On Netflix, there is a show that has recently come up called Adolescents, where it portrays how a 13-year-old boy stabs a girl to death. Why is it that violence and so much hatred, why has this come into our life so early, at an early stage of 13 and 14 years?
Because everything has come in early. Those who are your friends today can become your enemies tomorrow. Those who are lovers today can become haters tomorrow. Why? Because in the transaction, what you expected, you could not get. Hello? You are in a transaction, an intimate transaction, where you have an expectation. And if it's not fulfilled, lovers will become full of hate, friends will become enemies. Every day it's happening all over. Nobody is free from it. And that will magnify manifold when children below 15 years of age are involved in adult-like activity. Well, their bodies might have been reasonably matured, but you cannot say the same about their mind, the stability of their mind, the stability of their emotions, the maturity of how they should treat another person. These things don't happen overnight. This is something that you mature into, hello? So, when you're encouraging in the name of freedom, this is becoming a norm. Everywhere in the West it already is, becoming so even in the Indian urban societies, that by the time 12, 13, you must have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. How far you go? Maybe different for different people, but such emotions which are body-based, well, a child of that age may not process that emotion in a mature manner, cannot. It's not even fair to expect him to do that. Now he thinks, see, for a 13-year-old boy, when a girl comes close to him and bodies react, for him, she is his. This is how it is spoken, even in the stories and movies, everywhere it's spoken like that, she's mine. So if for some reason, if it is snatched from him, he will go ballistic in his own way. You're fortunate, much more is not happening for whatever reasons, there must be some wisdom in them. Otherwise, these emotions can drive people to such actions very easily. It's not something that people do not know. Everybody knows, every one of you at some point when you're disappointed in situations like that, want to destroy them kind of emotion might have come up in your minds. You didn't have the courage to do it. That boy doesn't have the control to stop it. So, we are encouraging things like this and also various other aspects. Above all, children are growing up without necessary parental attention. When I say 90% of what a human being is learnt behavior, it's very important. There is some source from which they learn maximum. That usually is a parent or a guru or someone like that. If you go to school, The teacher is with you for 45 minutes and the next teacher comes and the next teacher comes. Very rarely you get any kind of connect with another person who could be your guide. Very few teachers are also interested in taking such a thing up because they don't have the time, they have to go to the next class and the next class. The parents have no time because daytime they have to work, evening they have to party. Nobody has time for the child except open online sources. And what is there? Well, anything could be there. There could be something very educational, there could be something very, very damaging, all kinds of things. But the important thing is delivered by people who don't care a damn about you. You are not in touch with people in some way who hold you in some kind of love. See, when I say, it's not about I love you, you love me. It's not about that, but it's about you being in love. You must understand, if I'm in love, there is space for you, and just anything. It is just not a prejudiced focus. If you are in love, anything that comes to you, it has space, not just you, all the creatures, the tree, the grasshopper, and just anybody, even inanimate things. When you are loving, you have a loving eye for everything that you see. Now, not even one connect like that for a growing up child, not even one connect where someone is looking at them lovingly and you, even if it's not said, you understand there's somebody here who loves you and cares for you. If that is missing in one's life, well, you shouldn't be surprised with the violence. You shouldn't be surprised at all, because even a pup, if you get… I'm seeing here, right here with me, two little pugs. When they came, I had some time, I was here at that time and, I spoke to them, they were with me, very well behaved, nice, playful, everything. Now for months I've been off, they've lost human contact. Now like they're wild creatures, you can't control them, they're just all over the place. Best thing is to put them away somewhere, because you don't have the time to talk to them. I'm talking to most of you all the time, what to do? Now suddenly they become like that. But in a dog, 90% is not learned behavior. Only a small percentage is learned behavior. But still, even with that you can see a stark difference. But with a human being, where 90% is learned behavior, if you leave them untended, unloved, then, well, you shouldn't be surprised at all with the results that you're bearing. And every 40 minutes in India, I'm saying, which is still generally well tended to in terms of children, it may not be an unideal situation like how psychologists say this is how you must speak to your son. Said, hey, vada inge, tama, vada. But even if they're rough, the children know they're cared for. That is still strong in this country. But it will go away because the whole fabric of society is changing. In the West, that's happened much, much earlier, 2-3 generations ago. What's happening today in India has happened 2-3 generations ago there. So you see it in a more stark form out there. But it's beginning to happen here also. Every 40 minutes, one child below 18 years of age commits suicide in India. Every 40 minutes. Since you sat here, one. So, this is a reality with which we are living. So we must make up our minds. I know this is going to turn against me, troll army will get at me and everything. But as I've been continuously saying, a child is a 20-year project. If you are not ready for it, you don't need it. And a whole lot of people will pounce on me, even many political leaders are saying everybody should have more children and more children. The religious people are saying so, politicians are saying so, some of the social scientists are saying so, and all the market experts and industry people are saying so, because if there is no youthful population, what will we do with the industry tomorrow, all old people? All the best. All I'm saying is, if you were a tigress, I would say, please reproduce as many times as you can, because it's an endangered species. Human beings, are they endangered? Hello? We're nice, but we're just a bit too many. So, in 20th century, in the beginning of 20th century, we were 1.6 billion people. Today we are nearly 8.5 billion people. And still somebody feels you need more children to run the industry. Why do you need the industry if there are not enough people? Hello? If you reduce the population, you can reduce the industry also, isn't it? No, somebody's madness is there. Right now my company is worth $500 billion. If the population drops, it'll become $200 billion. This is madness to the core. Thinking of structuring human life based on economics is madness to the core. We run economics so that human beings can live comfortably. We don't run human beings to run the economics comfortable. Hello? So in this pursuit of making profit, in this pursuit of everybody should work, in this pursuit of all this, the next crop of human beings are getting a bad deal. They're not even attended to. So, they will do their own thing. Some of the things they do may shock you, may surprise you, may disgust you, but they will do it because you're leaving them untended. That's one important aspect. Another aspect is, we can put it this way, maybe let's say, in my father's generation of people, maybe 70% of influence upon them were their parents, and another 20% school maybe, another 5–10% friends and outside social contact. This would be the approximate percentage. In my generation, I shouldn't talk about myself, but my generation I'm talking. I don't belong to any generation because people are inviting me to under 25 conferences, so I don't… So, in my generation, maybe that percentage receded, 40–50% is parental influence, then books, cinema, this, that became another 20–30%. Teachers, their influence reduced a bit. Maybe it became 10% from 15–20%, like this. In the current generation, parental influence, I mean, it may vary from parent to parent, but I'm saying on an average, parental influence may be 10–15%. Grandparents' influence almost zero. It's become like that, because many of them don't even ever see them. And school influence may be 10–15%. Largely it is social media and online influence. I'm talking about the urban children. It's not yet so in rural parts of the country and in the world, fortunately, but it'll change. That'll also change very soon. So, largely the biggest influence is commercial forces who don't care a damn what happens to you. That's not a good care to be under. This has to change. I think Australia has taken a bold step. Below 16, I think, you cannot have a social media account or something like that. Is that correct? below 16. But you want to be a social media influencer by the time you're 12. How do you do that? So, this is a serious flux, our inability to understand that technology is here to serve human well-being, not the other way around, has led to this. We are like little children, excited about every little thing that comes our way and make that the whole thing about life. Something came, Facebook came, you could no more see anybody's faces, it was all on the book. Then that goes down and something else comes up. Like this, every little thing, just an app comes up and the whole world gets captured by that. So, this is very childish. I believe in another 25, 30, 40 years' time, people will mature and not be excited about every technological step that happens. People will choose what to use, not to use. I hope that maturity arises. I think it will, because human intelligence is something you can trust at some point. But in 30, 40 years, how much damage happens, how many lives will be lost, that is a terrible prospect.